Africa, I mean, I guess it's like this in the US, I don't really know, but you know, the publishers sit down with the government and the Department of Education and they make the plan, yet there are kids without textbooks.
Carrie, you're making a significant contribution in Brooklyn. How do you do it?
I'm going to tell you two stories about that. One is I'm going to give you a picture of what a technology-infused classroom looks like to contrast what was said over here by Andrew, in that some of our students only have access. What were the hours again, Andrew?
1 hour a week.
1 hour a week. Okay, so in a technology-infused classroom in my school, which is a privileged environment, I have a 4th grade class. They're working on a river study. They're learning about waterways, where water comes from, what it makes. They draw pictures of this after they define their words. They come and see me for computer class, and a child says, I don't remember what a Ford looks like. So I turn around to my computer, and I go to Google, and I look up Ford, and I pull up pictures on a smartboard, and I go through, and I say, which one of these to you looks like a Ford? They go, I don't think that's right. We go back to the computer. This is happening live right now. It's not a textbook, it's the internet. We're using the resources that are available to us. And in my school, that happens all the time because we're connected in every classroom all the time. We're also using media to examine our place in the world. We're creating media, we're dissecting media. That only happens in a technology-rich environment. I could never do what I do in 1 hour a week. It just wouldn't happen.
Is that one story or two?
That's kind of both.
You get a bonus fast. One. You were very quick on the two. Talk about filmmaking.
One of the recent projects that we've done, which I'm very proud of, is I work in a Quaker school, and with all the things that happened in New York City in the past couple of years, we were talking a lot about identity, religion, ethnicity, and we did a documentary film that involved 2 production crews, one at Brooklyn Friends in Brooklyn, New York, one at Ramallah Boys and Girls Friends School in Ramallah, Palestine, to talk about the experiences of Muslim students inside of a Quaker school. The students at Brooklyn Friends produced their half of the documentary in Brooklyn, New York. Then 2 adults, because we couldn't take students at the time, 2 adults, myself and another colleague, went to Ramallah, Palestine. We spent 7 days there. In those 7 days, we brought all of the equipment because they didn't have it. We brought literally our backpacks, our laptops, our cameras inside backpacks. We arrived. On the first day we arrived, we taught them how to use the equipment and began the process of the documentary. In the 7 days we were there, they created their half, they began to edit their half, we brought it back and wrapped it all together. This is being used now in Quaker schools to talk about these issues of core identity. We couldn't do this if we couldn't create the media. The students involved in creating the media were able to hear things in a different way. They respect things in a different way because it's another 16-year-old saying, this is what I believe, this is what I do. It's another 15-year-old manipulating the media. And it teaches them so much about what mother culture and the world is telling them as they're consuming media at the same time. They're much more critical of their environment because of what we do.